Close your eyes for a moment and imagine stepping off a path into a tropical rainforest. The first thing you notice is the air, dense with moisture, rich with the smell of earth and decay, and growth all happening simultaneously. You breathe it in, and it feels almost nourishing, like the air itself contains something. Then the sound. The rainforest is never silent. Insects in frequencies you can barely hear, birds calling from invisible positions far above you, water dripping from leaf to leaf. And then the light. The canopy above you is so dense that only fragments of sky are visible. What reaches you is green light, filtered through 100 layers of leaf, softened, diffused, falling in moving pools as the canopy shifts gently overhead. It is unlike light anywhere else on Earth. You are standing inside a living system of almost unimaginable complexity. More species of plant, animal, fungus, and insect than any other environment on the planet, layered into a vertical world extending from the dark forest floor to the sunlit treetops 30 meters above. Tonight, we are going into the rainforest. Let yourself settle. Let your breathing slow, and let that green light fall on you. The Amazon basin contains the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. It covers more than 5.5 million square kilometers and contains approximately 10% of all species on the planet. In a single hectare, you can find more species of tree than in the entirety of North America. Together, the world's great tropical forests cover less than 7% of the Earth's land surface. But they contain more than half of all plant and animal species on the planet. Less than 7% of the land. More than half of all life. A tropical rainforest is not a single environment, but a stack of distinct ones, layered vertically. The dark forest floor, the understory above it, the canopy 30 to 40 meters up, intercepting 90% of the sunlight, alive with birds and monkeys and insects. And above even that, the emergent trees, the giants, 100 meters tall in exceptional cases, their crowns exposed to the full tropical sun. Alone above the world they grew through. A single emergent tree can be home to hundreds of species. No one knows how many species live in the world's tropical rainforests. Estimates suggest between 50 and 80% of all species on Earth. When biologists canopy fog a single tree in the Amazon, they routinely find dozens of insect species never described by science. In 2013, a new species of tapir was discovered in the Brazilian Amazon. A large mammal, over 100 kilograms, hidden in plain sight until the 21st century. The competition for light has driven evolutionary adaptations of extraordinary ingenuity. The pitcher plant feeds on animals rather than soil. Leafcutter ants farm fungi they have co-evolved with for 50 million years. The poison dart frog carries toxins sequestered from the insects it eats. A chain of chemical warfare from plant to insect to frog. And the strangler fig begins its life in the canopy, sends roots downward year by year, gradually encases its host tree, which dies and rots away. The killer has become the cathedral. The Amazon rainforest alone stores an estimated 150 to 200 billion tons of carbon, but it also generates its own rain. The forest transpires water vapor at such a rate that it creates what researchers call flying rivers, streams of moisture moving through the atmosphere. eventually falling as rain hundreds of kilometers away. The agricultural heartland of South America depends on this moisture. The Amazon is not just the lungs of the earth. It is its circulatory system. The Amazon has lost around 20% of its original extent in the last 50 years. Scientists have identified a tipping point, somewhere around 20 to 25% of total forest loss, beyond which the forest may begin dying back on its own. We do not know exactly where the tipping point is. We only know that it exists and that we are moving toward it. The news is not all dark. Deforestation rates in the Brazilian Amazon fell by approximately 80% between 2004 and 2012. It demonstrated that deforestation is not inevitable. It is a policy choice. Indigenous land rights have emerged as one of the most effective tools for forest conservation. The people who know the forest best are also often its most effective guardians. Let yourself be back in the forest for a moment. The green light, the layered sounds, the air that feels almost alive. Somewhere in the branches above you, a creature is going about its life, pollinating a flower that will become a fruit that will carry a seed, that will grow into a tree, that will still be standing if the forest survives 100 years from now. Let your breathing slow now. Let the day settle like leaf litter falling slowly through still air. You are safe. You are resting. And somewhere in a forest older than human memory, the rain is beginning again, falling from leaf to leaf, patient and unhurried, as it has always fallen. Good night.